Improve more by practicing less? That should be impossible, surely. But I don't think so. So stick around and see if you agree with me, because potentially this might be a win-win situation for you. So if you're seeing poor results, if you want to improve faster, or if you're feeling unmotivated, what I'm going to say in this video might just help you. Hello and welcome to another video with me, Elmo J. Karilainen. It's good to have you along. Today I'm going to try to help you improve faster with 6 simple steps. And it works for any instrument, it works for any genre of music, regardless of what you do. Actually, it works for loads of other stuff as well. So the starting point of today's video is something I never thought I'd say, especially wearing an Yngwie Malmsteen shirt. Less is more. We'll get back to that later on. Okay, so what are the 6 simple steps? Number 1, you need a goal. So for me it was I wanted to learn to play like Gary Moore, which is a very clear and specific goal that changed over time. Gary Moore became Gary Moore and Yngwie Malmsteen, and Steve Vai was added and then branched out into different things, but they were all related, gave me a clear goal, a roadmap that I could follow and break down the steps into smaller goals. So for instance, I practiced bends and this. Now imagine not having a goal. You could still have fun playing around on the guitar. But think about it like this. The goal is a destination. Imagine getting on an airplane and the airplane taking off and the captain saying, "Hello, this is your captain speaking. Today I have no idea where we're going." You might be a bit worried. But that's kind of like practice without a goal. That is what it is. It's just aimless kind of wandering around, or flying around, or sailing around, or whatever. So you need a goal. That will help you improve much faster and let you practice less, because number 2 is consistency. I've talked about this elsewhere, but 10-15 minutes per day will always beat 2 hours, 3 hours on a Saturday. And this is where you get more for less. No, I'm no neurologist, no neuroscientist or anything like that, so I don't know exactly how it works, but I do know that it does work. An ex-colleague of mine worked as a teacher back when he was in high school. He got his grade up from 7.4 to 9.5 by doing less. I've seen amazing results myself when just practicing 15 minutes, but seeing that I do it every day. 10 to 15 minutes. I mean, it doesn't even have to be 15 minutes. So what I thought to myself was that if I can't practice 10 minutes per day, then I might just as well sell my gear and do something completely different. And most of the time I do manage 10 minutes per day. So do 10 to 15 minutes per day, because this ties in with number 3, focus. Now, if you're gonna play 2, 3, 4, 10 hours per day, and you've never done that before, chances are you won't be able to focus. It takes concentration. You need to learn that skill. So start out with 10 to 15 minutes per day, and you can increase that to whatever you want later on. But you will see amazing results with the short time if you focus. So put away your phone, put it on silent or in flight mode so it doesn't disturb you. Tell your family to bugger off and just do it, because being interrupted is not a good thing. It's very annoying. And don't watch TV while you do this. You can do this kind of stuff. Whoops. While you watch The Simpsons, it won't hurt. I'm not sure how big of a benefit that will be, but really focus. So goals, for me it was Gary Moore. That gave me what I needed to practice. Consistent practice and focus. And then we get to number 4, measure your progress. So with something like this, it's easy if you're going for speed. You use metronome, you see what you can do today, you see what you can do in a week, and you'll have seen an improvement if you've focused, if you've practiced consistently. Most stuff when it comes to music, you cannot measure with a metronome. It's uninteresting, because we're making music, we're practicing music. This, no beats per minute for that. So how'd you do it? You film yourself or you record audio. That way you hear the progress. If you practice bends, for instance, you do 1 week, you start on a Monday, you record yourself when you start, and it sounds like you want to cry. And in a week, you've practiced this 10 minutes per day. And a great way to practice bends, by the way. Just do that. You do that for a week, and in a week you should notice a difference in the recordings. It might not be a huge difference at first, but you will notice a difference. And when you notice that difference, when you measure your progress, it will give you added motivation, because you'll know it's fun. It's so much fun, it's so rewarding to notice that I've made actual progress. I'm getting better. That will motivate you. Also, when you film and record yourself, you notice what's wrong, what's good, so you notice what to correct and what to keep, which is great. Number 5, learn something new or push your boundaries. Too many times, I'm guilty of this myself, we just sit around and we play and we imagine that that's practice. Well, that is kind of practice, but we need to be pushing the boundaries, learning new stuff. It's like practicing for a 100-meter sprint by going out for a 100-meter walk. I mean, you're doing the same distance, you're pushing no boundaries. You need to push those boundaries or learn something new. Something at the edge of what you can do or something completely new. And then you measure your progress because you're focused and you're doing it consistently. And these new things are a part of your goal. And number 6, this is a real time saver as well. Break things into smaller pieces. When you notice, because you've been measuring your progress, you've been recording yourself, you notice something that's wrong, something that's bad. So for instance, I had this once where I do this. So I had trouble with this. For some reason, break it down into small pieces. I just did that because otherwise all the other stuff will be polished and this will still probably be wrong. So you want to practice those things that you don't know. So you break them into smaller pieces and forget about the stuff that you already know, which for me was this. And this was the problem. Another example, when I was learning left-handed last year, I had trouble with my picking hand. So what I did was, instead of doing this, I was literally doing that exercise. I just did this. With a metronome, so I was measuring my progress, and I did it faster than I could do it with both hands, and I looked at my hand, but basically I just broke it down to the right hand was the problem. So I just did the right hand, and that improved, and I saw great results. So if you do these 6 steps, I guarantee you that you will see great results. So just to recap, number 1, goals, set goals. Number 2, consistency. Number 3, focus. Don't watch The Simpsons while you're practicing. Number 4, measure progress. Number 5, learn new things or push your boundaries. And number 6, break passages into smaller pieces. By doing this, I went from 60 beats per minute to 204 beats per minute in just a month with just 15 minutes a day. And if you try this and don't see results, I'll be amazed. Really, seriously amazed. So try it. And this is where we get back to the less is more thing. Problem that a lot of people have when they practice is that they're not doing these things. They're not really practicing to improve. They're just noodling. I'm guilty of that myself. So less is not really more, because what you need to do is actually practice more. Deliberate practice, purposeful practice. So more becomes more. Yay, Yngwie Malmsteen. So if you want to see my 1-month guitar journey learning as a lefty, that was really interesting. That video is here. The longer and shorter version, so you can choose. Other than that, if you want to support the channel, there are various links in the description. Affiliate links, where if you buy something, you support the channel at no extra cost to you. my Patreon, where you get access to my music lessons and a bunch of exclusives, and you can ask me questions on Patreon and I will answer. The comments on YouTube are getting to be so much that I'm not sure I can answer questions here, at least reliably anymore. But above all, I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you have some use of it. Have a nice day. Take care. See you. Bye.